All right, let's take a look at some graphs that are nonlinear graphs. Nonlinear graphs mean they don't make a straight line. So in this case, we're going to be looking at the equation y equals x squared. And you want to get your toolkit out and go ahead and put this in your toolkit. You have graph paper built into your toolkit. If you don't have your toolkit, then find some graph paper, or you can do it in Notability. All right, so we're going to take a look at the equation y equals x squared, and this is called a parabola. Okay, and we're going to always make an xy table like this one whenever we're going to be making a graph, okay? So usually the numbers I put in are -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. That usually gives us a good idea of what the shape of the graph is going to look like. Those aren't always the best numbers to use, but it's a good place to start. So we're going to take a look at this function. It again was y equals x squared. So we're going to replace all of the x values with the ones from our table. So when I put -2 in for x squared, I get -2 times -2, which is +4. If you put -2 squared in on your calculator, it's not going to give you 4, just so you know, okay? -1 squared is going to be +1, 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, and 2 squared is 4. So hopefully you notice that there was some repeats here of some points. Next, we're going to go ahead and graph this. And so if we go back to the table, we had -2, 4. So that's here. We had -1, 1. We had 0, 0. We had 1, 1. And we had 2, 4. Now that gives us an idea of what this shape might look like. And notice that it's symmetrical. So the points on either side of the y-axis are exactly the same distance from each other because the y-axis is a line of symmetry for this graph. So I'm going to plot one more point, one that we did not put in our table. And I'm going to plot x. When x is 3, my output would be 3 squared. So that would be 9. So it would be up here. And if it's symmetrical on both sides, it's going to be the same on the other side. So that gives us a little bit better enough an idea of possibly what this graph is going to look like. So I'm going to connect these, and they do not make a straight line. They make this U shape, and hopefully yours looks a little bit better because it's on paper. But this U shape is called a parabola. And anytime we have a function that has x squared in it, you are going to get a U shape. Now, if you have something like 2x, then that's going to make it a little bit wider, okay? If you had x squared plus 1, it's going to shift your graph. So it could shift it left, right. It also could shift up or down. So it does not always have to go through the origin 0, 0. The next set of problems that you're going to be working on are all graph problems, so you're going to need graph paper. So you can either use Notability and the graphing function in Notability, but keep in mind that I'd like all of your graphs to look as mine does, where you have an x, y, and then all of your numbers are labeled so I know how you counted, okay? Or you can use graph paper if you have your own paper at home. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thanks. Have a great day.